Well, I had kind of hoped I wouldn't have to make this video. I am currently making this video as a follow up to a series of, I think there are 3 videos so far. At least on my channel. I had really hoped I wouldn't have to make another one of these. As you can tell by the title, this is another crazy person's video. As with the other crazy person videos that I've released, I am not releasing any names. Even if I knew this person's name, I would not give it out. This all started about a year ago. I know I've mentioned this person in my videos before on my vlogging channel. This person has been known to steal electronic stuff from stores and things like computers, phone chargers, stuff like that. You'd steal from stores, you'd steal from other people. He has gone to the point where I know he has stolen dogs and is not admitting to it. And there was one point where this person had come up to me staying at the shelter. His name, by the way, I call him Dog Boy. I know I have mentioned him in the videos. Even if I knew his real name, like I said before, I will not give it out. I call him Dog Boy just because of the whole dog situation thing, where he's stolen dogs and pretended that they were his service dogs. This person has come up to me in the shelter. At the time, he was swinging a lock and a sock, threatening to shoot the shelter up that I was staying at. The staff of the shelter, which, by the way, the shelter, as far as I know, every shelter around here says that the actual shelter, whatever company owns shelter, bans guns on shelter property. After he threatened to shoot the place up, somebody mentioned to staff of the shelter saying, "Oh, hey, the Dog Boy has a loaded gun in his bag." They search his bag because, apparently they didn't do their job that night searching people. And they wind up searching his bag and find a gun and ammunition in his bag, and do not kick his ass out. Although it is illegal to, or I guess, I don't know if illegal is the right word, but it is prohibited by the shelter to have such a weapon. apparently they made an exception for him because had I brought a gun into the shelter and threatened to shoot the place up, my ass would be in jail. Yeah. Several months later, after he finally got kicked out for bringing stolen merchandise into the shelter, and the only reason I know he brought stolen merchandise into the shelter is because he opened up a tablet and tried to log on to it. Or I guess he didn't really open it up, he turned it on and tried logging on. And the tablet sent a GPS signal to some sort of pinger, which basically notified the police that it was turned on, and the police came and arrested him, basically. He gets kicked out because cops bring him out and all that. So I'm thinking, alright, everything's done. I don't have to worry about him for a while. I'd say not even a month later, I see him at the library. He comes up to me, starts calling me names. And of course, I start being a smartass back to him. And he cannot handle me being a smartass back to him, because then he gets in my face and threatens to beat my ass. I stand up to him, and he cowers down like a little, let's just say he's a coward, alright? For lack of better terms, because I do not want to get demonetized on this. Although, I'm assuming I probably already will mention, because I mentioned the gun. Now, he backed down, hit his tail between his legs, and kind of slinkered off. Not too much longer, I'm walking through the Skyway with a friend of mine. He starts following me and my friend. Starts calling us anti-Semitic names. We call him out on his stuff. He tries slandering us, and we give him a rebuttal of facts that we have found out, regardless of whether it was me seeing it or him seeing it or, whatever. And a few other tidbits of information mixed, peppered in there, basically. Whether or not those little bits of information were true or not is, beyond me, but we counter back with the facts and a few other nuggets of information, and he just kind of gets in our face and tries to act all tough again. And, you know, equal forces met um, there, and he wound up cowering again. Then, this past, as of when I'm recording, it's this past Sunday, I believe. Or no, this past Saturday. So a week ago from when I'm recording this. So on the. No, it wasn't a week ago. Was it a week ago? Anyway, I wound up going to this free meal thing at a church. Guess who shows up? Dog Boy. Bragging about how he has a loaded gun in his bag. And he tries getting in Eric's face. Which, you know, if you start acting aggressive around the wrong person, you're gonna get your ass beat. That was his third strike. Let's just say that. That was Dog Boy's third strike. Now, assuming Dog Boy gets in our face again when we're together, I will be filming and you will find out who Dog Boy is. The only reason I am talking about Dog Boy right now is I saw him on my way home today. Now, this is a person where he asks me, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" I'm like, I respond with a smartass remark of, "Don't know, don't care." And he still tries asking the same question to try and get a legitimate answer out of me. And 5 attempts later, he finally realizes, "Oh, hey, maybe this guy doesn't like me. I'll ask again." Let's just say he's a fucking dumb shit. Pardon my language. I cannot stand this guy. None of the people I have spoken with can stand this guy. This guy he's either really good at playing a fucking lunatic, or he's actually so stupid that he thinks he's fucking smart. Granted, I may not be the brightest bulb in the. I may not be the, I may not be the smartest, but at least I admit that I'm not the smartest. Instead of saying, "Oh, I'm not the smartest, but I'll make up for it in pure fucking psychopathic behavior." Regardless of whether this guy is a normal person trying to be tough, or if he's mentally handicapped, or if he's just a psychopath, If he lips off to the wrong person, which, knowing him, he will, but if he lips off to the wrong person, he is going to get his ass beat. And I am not going to say that I condone him getting an ass beating, but in today's society, the way people react, especially in where I'm staying right now, you don't lip off to anybody and threaten to you don't come up to somebody who's swinging a lock and a sock threatening to shoot a building up, because somebody's going to take that as a threat and you're going to wind up in jail or in the hospital. May not be me acting on it, but somebody like him is going to wind up dead, hospitalized, or incarcerated. And I'm not going to feel sorry if he gets incarcerated. Let's just say he'll be lucky if he gets incarcerated.